Have you ever felt bogged down by the repetitive grind of turning designs into code, spending hours on tedious tasks instead of building the features that matter? Well, meet Bitloops, your AI-powered front-end copilot that automates the design-to-code process so you can focus on what you do best, coding smarter, not harder. In this demo, we'll show you how Bitloops can help you convert designs into production-ready code in minutes, export and optimize assets, and manage all your styling in CSS with ease. Now, I've already opened here a Bitloops project, and this is Bitloops is a VS Code extension which you'll be able to download, create an account, and log in. And one of the first things we need to do is actually import a Figma file. And I have an example. This is an Airbnb card. And what we do is we copy across the URL, paste it into Bitloops, and import it. Now, what this does, it imports the entire file into your Bitloops account. As this loads, I'll explain a little bit about the principle behind Bitloops. You'll be able to load or import your designs. You'll then be able to select which frames you want to convert in this particular project. So you'll be able to add as many files as you wish and select whichever frames you wish to convert into code. So here we have, in this case, we only have one frame. So I'll select this frame and add it to the project. All right, now up here, this frame has been added into our Bitloops project. And the structure of this frame is exactly the same as you would see it in Figma. We keep 100% synchronization at this point. And what you also notice is that we have defined many of the different elements. However, we don't automatically define all of them for a couple of reasons. One is we want users to understand how this works, but two, also users will want to have their own say in certain definitions. So as we go through, we'll identify one that is undefined. So it's the rating down here. And actually all of these elements we need an input from the user at the moment. So here this 4.93, it's a rating. So I'll just define this as a text. And we have here at the top right, the ability to define this particular element. So we define it as rating, and you can see it switched to defined. Now I'll quickly go through a few more. Well, all of them that I need to do. This is actually a star image, and this is an SVG, and this is the star image down here, and we'll create. Next we have this is night. It's just a label for the night, and this is actually the price, which eventually will be dynamic, of course. This over here is the date range. Create a label for that. This over here is the subtitle. You'll of course be able to add whichever labels you want to your element. Title, and then finally we have two more, actually three more. Down here we have the vector. This is the hard image, and again this is an SVG. Then we've also got this label called guest favorite. And then finally we've actually got the big card, which is the card image. It's a PNG. Great. So now that I've defined all of these elements, what I can do is I can go here to the frame I wish to convert into component. It doesn't have to be mother frame. And I'll just call this Airbnb card. Create. Great. So what does this do now? We've just created the code for this component. And we'll notice over here, this is still thinking. Over here, under components, we've created our first component, Airbnb card. Now, under this Airbnb card, we've got a structure, which is a structure that Bitloops has defined, given all of the elements that are there, that have been defined and how they were defined. And we've got instances. So right now, there's one instance. This is great. Why? You'll be able to actually add different instances of the same component or even variants. So in this case, you're able to see where the instance is of this particular instance down here, where it is in your designs, and you'll be able to see the storybook of this instance itself. So you'll see exactly how it looks like. But if we go back to the card itself and click here, we actually created the storybook for you using the code that we generated. So you'll actually be able to tweak and understand and test your particular component. And here on the right-hand side, you'll see the code. So we've actually done all of this work, exported, created all the Tailwind CSS for this, and yeah, it's been added here under Airbnb card component. All right, so this is Bitloops in a nutshell. We're still improving a lot of the UX, so you'll be able to define your elements much faster and more intuitively. You'll be able to create variances. You'll be able to define additional instances of the same component. You'll then be able to create sections and pages very quickly. And of course, all of your stories will be created automatically, the styling, and as you can see, relatively easy to edit if need be. Right? Look forward to joining us, and we'll keep you posted as we release new features. Thank you.